Welcome to the cabaret of math, all in the languages, people. It's saturated in the print, people. The divine righteous information has been changed to this new knowledge. I invite you to sip the drinks, people. I was talking to my aunt. I said, maybe I'm coming off too strong in my poem, Auntie. She said, you're not writing a romantic novel, LaMonte. So, people, this is a poem of properly orating exact meaning and explaining the math in their language and how they position these obfuscations, man, that engulf our terrain. This is a poem by the poet that is not a romantic novel, people. It's about properly orating exact meanings, like gentrification, and how they position these obfuscations that engulf our terrain. Then go read the first, the second, the fifth, the sixth, and the 13th Amendment. Define each 1, 2, 5, 6, and 13th of them, and then acro describe amendment. You understand the association of this manuscript elaborated by nebulous design and moves in meaning by mega, macro, micro, and both many movements. An evil narrative that's tentative, and that's the acro or the topmost description of amendment by the poet. Sip the drinks, people. And we won't admit that we are not a part of this it. You understand? Ask my first, my second, my fifth, my sixth, and my 13th cousins, and they're amended. It's recommended, people, and those numerical add-ins for their constitution and that con that they push upon ye, me, we, us, in written contradictions. Well, con means to convince people, and they trying to convince us through the reading, but if you really read it, it is defined just like the poet did it. An acro description of amendment, association of manuscript elaborated by nebulous design that moves an evil narrative that's tentative. And the definition per Google is a change or addition to sign, to approve a text or a piece of legislation, etc., etc., etc. Add with the poet in a plethora. You understand? Why you're adding to the perfect soil. You know what it does? It defiles the texture. You understand the poet? Sip the drinks, people. From Latin, Old French, Amanda, improvement and or correction. So please part a piece of your personal time to define the amendments that rule our lives, and they are lying and hiding. And I see scripture. This is not a romantic novel, people. These devils are linguistical controllers of our existence. Well, to the poet, you know what that is? That's the stance we face at the exit or the entrance of life or death. This is not a romantic novel, people. This is a poem of properly orating exact meaning and explaining by the math in their language how they position these obfuscations that engulf our terrain. This is a poem by the poet. This is not a romantic novel, people. It's math through poem. Welcome to the cabaret of think poetry, logical hypothesis. All I know for sure, people, is one day I ain't gonna be able to do a poem for you to listen to. Peace, Creationbey2.